What do you consider a huge waste of money? Any toy I think my cat will enjoy. Nothing beats bottle cap, or chewed up straw or stolen hairband. Buying designer clothes for babies. Seriously, your 6-month-old is going to outgrow those $75 Nikes in like 2 weeks. I didn't even buy shoes for any of my kids before they turned 1. Slippers and things to keep their feet warm. Sure. But if you're not even walking, why do you need shoes? Slippers? I only ordered those really heavy but really soft socks until my kiddos were at least walking so fast I couldn't keep up lol. Any warranties on cheap items? Sometimes the warranty itself can equal upwards of almost 25% of the product's full retail price. And I'm not being even remotely hyperbolic when I say this. I bought a label maker yesterday. The guy at the till said, "You know the problem with these, right? Sometimes they just stop printing." I thought maybe he'd recommend a different brand or something. No. That was the intro to his extended warranty spiel. Our products are trash. Give me more money. No thanks. This is what pisses me off the most. Would you like to pay more money in case this product is a piece of shit? No. I want companies to make good products and provide an actual good warranty if I do end up with a lemon. Those $10 bottles of smart water. They are the exact same as normal water, except 500% more expensive. Microtransactions in FIFA Ultimate Team. Specifically because people will spend hundreds, sometimes thousands, of dollars on packs only for it all to be reset in the next game. Not just FIFA, my friend. All bloody EA games titles. But FIFA is by far the worst. EA sucks. Plain and simple. Anti-custom leech practices. They sell microtransactions with some game in it. Literally put ads in a $60 game after the reviews were done. Duck EA. Expensive caskets. Funerals in general. Just burn me to ash and throw the ash in some forest. They always try and sell it with "you want the best for them." My instructions are, spend as little as you possibly can. There is money to dispose of me. Spend the absolute minimum. I don't care. I'm dead. Whatever is left, enjoy. Take a trip somewhere. Celebrate living. Gambling. No judgment. Just not for me. Right? If I'm gonna blow a couple $100, I want a purse or a pair of shoes to show for it. I don't gamble, but most people do it not because they want to get rich. They do it because it's fun. I know it seems like a massive waste of money, but the same can be said about gamers who spend thousands on rigs and games, or people with expensive hobbies with no practical application, like collectibles. Reddit awards and premium. Scratch-offs. My family all buy each other a bunch every Christmas and no one ever wins more than a couple dollars. It's basically a family tradition to set a couple $100 on fire, and when it's a pile of ash, announce, "Well, at least we had fun doing it." My father-in-law gave us $50 in scratch tickets as a wedding gift. We did not win. Kind of a huge waste of money. But one of my friends got my wife and I a $50 gift certificate for bingo for our wedding, because we went once before with her and enjoyed ourselves. And I just happened to win $150 that night. Dumb luck considering it was only our second time going. But so far we've made more than we've spent at bingo. Diamonds. They are only expensive because the people who sell the diamonds have monopoly and only release small amounts of diamonds. Creative artificial scarcity. It's like if copper costed 1,000 times as much as it does. And everybody thought that having a ring made of it is a huge symbol of love because some famous people told their parents and grandparents so. Anything bought with the primary intention of impressing other people. Some of my friends think I bought a fancy car to show off. Nope, I've always been a car person and I enjoy the duck out of it every day. Same here. Always liked cars and get nicer/faster styles. Had a neighbor come by one day to tell my wife they don't buy nice cars because they aren't trying to impress anyone. To which my wife said, "My husband is just a con nut." Fast forward 3 years and they were driving an 8 Series BMW and a Porsche SUV, an early Cayenne. Haha. How these people perceive themselves. They eventually got divorced. Election campaigns. All that ducking money they waste just to try to combat the lazy ignorance of masses of people who can't be bothered to research a candidate's personal record and platform. Think of all the good things that money could be doing for the American people. It's disgusting. Mike Bloomberg spent $1 billion on a primary run and the only state he won in the primary was American Samoa. $1 billion. I don't think there is anything else in the United States that can utterly burn money quite like a modern political campaign. On the upside, that's wages for some people who will pay them for goods and services. So at least it makes its way back to the economy and isn't just imaginary stock value or in a bank account. Microtransactions in games. Upgrading cell phones every year. Planned obsolescence is not making it easier. Those supreme brands that people get hype over. And spending $100 or $200 for just a shirt with a logo. The entire hype beast culture really. The resale market is also the worst part. Predatory. Almost. Buying a class ring. I remember looking in the catalog and realizing just how stupid this class ring thing was. It dawned on me, I had never seen anyone wearing a class ring that wasn't still in school. Class rings are a bigger deal in the South. Especially at certain schools like Texas A&M and the Citadel. They literally have a 5-foot statue of a class ring on campus. So you'll see older folks down there wearing them. As a smoker, cigarettes, no benefit. Goes well with the booze, though. Beer and a dart go together like a piss and a fart. Taking 3-year-old on a week-long vacation to Disneyland. Nah, it's for you making memories as much as it is for them. And just because they won't remember it doesn't mean it isn't a blast watching them have fun in the moment. Lottery. A few would disagree with you. Not many, but a few would. Unironically, the few that would almost always end up completely broke shortly after receiving their winnings. Starbucks coffee. Coffee is ridiculously easy to make for it to be that expensive. My favorite coffee shop sells their beans in a bag. I spend the same amount as I was, but now I get more coffee at home and don't have to drive so far. Cigarettes. So you're spending shit ton of money to purposefully kill yourself, mind you in a slow and painful manner. Hideous long fake fingernails. Why do people even buy this? I don't buy super long ones, but I put short fake ones on because I'm on a medication that makes my natural nails break down below the quick and hurt, no matter what I do. I finally gave up and started putting fake ones over top of them so it didn't hurt so much to do things. But I keep them short because I can't function with long nails. Salads. Eating salads is okay, but I hate buying salads in a restaurant. You throw lettuce in a bowl and expect me to pay $10? You didn't even cook that shit. Not sure if it's due to my household or what, but restaurant salads are always using ingredients that I would never use due to the short shelf life of the ingredients or just don't have them around or they're expensive. True. Paying for convenience and access. A diamond engagement ring. No joke. I've yet to hear an argument outside of it's real where synthetic diamonds don't exceed marks. So at some point it is a symbolic gesture about a huge financial commitment. My wife and I ended up splitting a 10x honeymoon dream vacation we would not have taken had that money resided on her left hand. I wish I can use Dunkin' Donuts as marriage ring. All the money my parents spent raising me. Why? Dre Beats headphones. They do look nice though. Designer handbags. There is something to be said for spending a bit more on something quality, but some expensive bags aren't quality anymore. There's also something to be said for having a purse that's worth more than you have in your bank account. Everything on the left side of aisle 5 of the auto parts store I work in. It's all of the stupid cheap stick and chrome bullshit that does nothing but make your car look worse. But, without all that cheap stuff, what will kids buy their dad on Father's Day? A tie. Cheap boots. Sam Vimes has entered the chat. Spending more on the military than on health and education. It's like buying $1 million security system, but never fixing the roof or foundation. We could cut our military budget by a 1/3 and still outspend Russia and China together. $600k for a plastic crown with fake jewels. Definitely a waste of money for that. But $600k for a renowned piece of hip hop memorabilia worn by one of the goats in a classic photo? Getting warmer at least. What are we referring to here? Honestly, I don't judge. If it brings you happiness, it was worth it to you. You do you. Unfortunately, I can't not judge when I see people complaining about debt and they drive a new car or are rocking AirPods. First world poverty. Trucks, or specifically, large pickup trucks, at least for 95% of the people that buy them. The super expensive brand name clothes. Shoes are justifiable by function and durability, but who needs $50 athletic shorts when the same thing without a logo will set you back at most $15 to $20? But it's a Supreme brick. The brick isn't clothing. I'll make an exception for that. And the Supreme crowbar. College. Regretting not going to trade school. I'm a chef, and for a while, I saw my friends in uni, college, and wondered if I had made the wrong decision. But now I'm 25, do a job I love, and I'm completely debt free, so I think I made the right decision. Yeah, it would been cool. Buying a meal out every day. I see my coworkers go buy lunch and complain how expensive it was, all lament about what to order for dinner every night. Buy yourself some damn ingredients and make a week's worth for the price of one meal out. Ugh. Weddings, dude. I mean, I'm all for making my wife happy, but when you get into the rabbit hole of wedding preps, you'll realize that it's a huge scam. Maybe. I got married 15 years ago and spent about $15,000 on the wedding itself, which is actually quite cheap by the standards of the area. It was fun. We had a great time, and it was nice to assemble family and friends in one place for a night to celebrate. Was it the be all and end all? Not really. Do I regret it? Not really. But I do think I would have regretting not having a traditional wedding. I think I would have absolutely regretted it had we spent $50,000 or $100,000, because I don't think it would have been a much better wedding than the one we had. Most toys for kids. As an early childhood educator, I can tell you that less is more. I have a nephew whose mom gives a list of shit her 3-year-old wants, and not even halfway into opening his presents he gets bored and walks away. Things kids enjoy: cars, blocks, books, and pretty much anything they can get their hands on outside. Stop wasting your money. Thank me later. Designer clothes and handbags. No purse is worth $25. 000. And no dress is worth $50. 000. Weddings. Whose wedding? Brexit. Learned today that the government has spent more taxpayers' money on Brexit than was spent on the International Space Station. That's over 130 billion for reference. Money that could gone to the NHS, education sector, or a working test and trace solution. It could gone to so many things. But it's been blown to give people something that, by this point, doesn't remotely resemble what they voted for. I just don't understand why people can't get over the loss of investment so far and cancel it. Not entirely, mind you. If it's what the majority voted for, then fine. But bring it back until there's a deal that you want and that resembles what you voted for. Don't blow more money on something you don't even want for the sake of being right. Buying a new car on finance. Stupidly expensive designer clothes. Fireworks. My friend once said fireworks are like watching your money burn. They're about as worthless as going to an amusement park, eating at a fancy restaurant, or going to the theater to see a film or show. For all of those things, you're paying for an experience and a memory you may not get any lasting benefit from. Gambling. I've never been to a casino because if I even lost $1 I would feel like a total idiot. It's a decent night out as long as you set and stick to a budget. $50 at table games or slots is very exciting and comparable cost to other outings. Playing at an arcade is similar. Obviously, I could get way cooler prizes at the Dollar Tree for far less money than I spend at the arcade per outing. But I always feel as excited as a 10-year-old when I cash in for a few plastic trinkets at the end of the night. Buying single bottles / cans of drinks at the store / gas station. It is way cheaper to buy 6 or 12 packs and refrigerate at home. Those pop toy things that all look the same. Weddings. Cigarettes. You practically smoke the money. Printer ink. Designer clothes, most of them look like absolute shit and most rich people can't ducking style them. Folks who spend money on OnlyFans. Why? Proper ventilation can be really useful in creating a healthy living environment. Private number plates for cars. Something about the egotism and insecurity about putting your name on a car I find sad. How else am I gonna let the ladies know I'm the assman? A fellow proctologist. Strip clubs. Decorated toilet paper. Why is that a thing? Fake fingernails. Gambling. Everything is relative. What is waste to a billionaire is not the same as what is waste to a starving parent of 4. Speaking directly to middle class Americans, because I'm one. Expensive / new cars debt. 5% extravagant weddings, extravagant funerals, restaurants and bars, stupid college majors. Got an English degree and do quite well for myself. Lol. But in general I agree with you. Weddings and funerals. The gold trim package on new cars. It's already a luxury car. Why do you want to spend extra for no value? Except it shows other drivers that you decided to spend extra. You don't even like those people. Weddings. The amount we spend on our military in America. Ed countered by saying it isn't bad that America spends so much money on its military. It's a world superpower and is really the only check against other powers like China. I think a better way of saying this is the amount of money that is wasted inefficiently on military procurement. Go read the book The Pentagon Wars and you'll quickly realize that America could be twice as powerful for half the cost. The US government. The money pit. Look, I know it's a fancy pit. I know it's a very long ways down. Yes, there are worse investments. But come on dudes, you're just throwing money into a very large pit. You could use it for something better. Microtransaction / loot boxes. People who buy OnlyFans / Patreon for lewd pictures and videos with the amount of free porn available online. I think OnlyFans could be thought of as more ethical porn. The money is more likely to go to the person who is making it. You get a bit more of a relationship with the person. With the free porn out there, you don't know the abuse that went into making it. You can also support smaller independent people rather than sleazy porn exec. Religion. Gender reveal parties and the thing Americans and other English speaking countries do for mothers almost right before the baby is born. Why would you spend so much money on so many presents the kid isn't even going to remember? Except for the necessities. There's literally no need. You're talking about a baby shower. The presents usually do fall into the necessary range, or at least practical. Car seats, diapers, breast pumps, portable cribs, etc. Expensive caskets. Expensive weddings. There are so many better things a new what couple can do with $5,000 plus than throwing a party they likely won't even enjoy. Belle Delphine. New cars. They lose like 1/3 the value the second you drive it off the lot. Just buy a decent used car. Going on dates. Reddit gold, I mean. For what? Electric can openers. I mean, here is this thing that takes up more space than a manual one. Has moving parts that break and makes a mess about 50% of the time. The manual one opens cans quicker. Why in hell's name is this even a thing? Easily the most contentious case in our marriage. Years later I'm still mad at myself for letting my husband convince me to buy the damn thing. Cigarettes. It literally wires your brain to throw time, health and money in the garbage. Oh, there's a lot of things. Cigarettes, alcohol, YouTube Premium, Pornhub Premium, Reddit awards. Why would you buy them? Hey, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.